Hi, I'm going to start by telling you a little bit about how we work when a client comes in. One of the things that we do, I don't know, you, as an agency, as a freelancer, the people that are here, we usually ask them already we call them pre-audit to us, which is when they haven't audited their Link profile or anything. We need to know your resources and objectives. Afterwards, we perform the audit and design a customized strategy. Okay, I would also like to talk about this one day in Link Affinity, discussing how to define a link building strategy. I think it could be interesting. Affinities, I believe, will open your eyes to link building and dispel the negative connotations associated with it, right? The term link building. I should have worn my link building t-shirt. It's not a crime, but I'll wear it. But, well, one of the things we ask clients is if they have experts. Clients is if they have experts in certain topics in their field. And there are people who tell us, but what I want is link building. I want to buy links and so on. Well, there's no need for that. I think that people who are connected know that, well, that things have changed, and that we have to work in a different way. So, Link Affinity has functionalities to take advantage of those people who have experience, and this is important, both within the company and to be able to find external collaborators. This is great. Okay, I just got a nicher the other day. When I say nicher, I'm not being disrespectful, okay? I'm talking to someone who does SEO for niches. And he said to me, it's just me, or something like that. And I told him, well, you have to get collaborators who can endorse your content. Nowadays it sounds like super weird, but of course, when you look at his visibility curve, I mean, he's getting beaten up all over the place. And it is because, logically, well, they are also ecological issues, and I don't know what. And, well, they are contents that he has created. He has done it very well, but he has done it as it was done in the old days. But, well, link building is misunderstood. Link building is link building and you have to get links. Google itself says so. Right? We're not going to get too much messed up with that. I mean, link building is right. What is not wrong is link buying or buying links or bad link building strategies. But link building itself is not something that is sinful. What is wrong is to do it wrong. Digital public relationships and link building well done make that you don't care little about rankings, but you get something good, even if Google didn't exist. But let's start with the experts. Experts you have within your company. Let's see. Here inside Search, I would like you to take a good look at this because it's amazing. In Collaborator Prospects, we have the expert option. I have created an expert in, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, I always test with VO Bike. But well, the thing is, I've created a leading cycling expert with over 3 decades of experience. This, then, I have done with AI, and I have directly made a bio. Which I'm not saying do it with that. You have to do it for real, okay? But this is for the example. So, what I did was to put the sport category, and I created this expert. When I create this expert in Link Affinity, some people say I don't know what happens when I do this, okay? You create an expert in Link Affinity, and then you will get prospects. Prospects will come in, let's see inside self. They always come in self. I've put an expert inside the search collaborator prospects. All of a sudden, I'm going to get prospects, collaborations, opportunities. Prospects represent opportunities that you have to put me to see the details of the collaboration, okay? And here it says collaborations. You could filter here and then directly see all the collaborations. We even have a filter for people who only want to work with collaborations, which is show only collaboration, okay? So you can show me only collaborations, okay? Ciclismo a Fondo has come in, and you've brought in this expert that I made up, okay? So you click here. And here you get what the media asks for. Then it says, the expert will be mentioned, and his website will be linked to. And it says, we are writing an article about the importance of nutrition in sport, and especially cycling. We would like to have expert opinions on the subject by answering these simple questions. Already directly asks us the questions. What is the best drink while cycling? What is the best food to eat before cycling? We are waiting for your answer. If you are interested, why do you know if you are interested in cycling thoroughly? Well, this is something that differentiates us, for example, from Hero, which is a tool that you can create an expert and receive collaborations by email. You will even see the semantic affinity you have with cycling in depth. and you are going to see if you are at risk of penalization. And you are going to see even the URL that you are interested in, linking to this site. So, what happens? With this, you get a collaboration for your knowledge, and you say, hey, I have here, I don't remember the name I gave him, here, Alejandro Rodriguez, okay? Because it lets you choose the experts in this category. And directly here you could answer him, hello, and you pass him all the answers if you want. You could do this, answer him, because he has passed you the questions. Or you could say to him, I'll be happy to collaborate. Okay? I'd be happy to collaborate. I'm not going to write anything to have it. If what happens when I apply, now we see here you have an option here that says apply. When I apply, what you do is to be a candidate for this collaboration. Ideally, I tell you, I'm going to give you a little trick. When a journalist, this can be a blogger, a journalist, and it doesn't have to be journalism. It can be the head of content of an architecture company. But in this case, we are with a bicycle company, with a sports company, that is looking for someone who knows about cycling to collaborate. In other words, you don't have to be a journalist. It can be a blogger, a journalist, or any person who manages content on any website in the world. So, you say, well, I want them to choose me. Well, I directly answer the questions that they ask me. Because I have a better chance of being chosen if I answer the questions directly than if I say, I'm happy to collaborate, and they choose me. It is true that depending on how they approach the question, here they already send you the questions. Normally, as you know, I usually send you the one I am doing about reporting, link building. I send the questions directly. But there are people who tell you, we are writing an article, and you put it here, well, I will be happy to collaborate. And they choose you directly or not. I'm going to hit apply, and then now it's coming to the, here it will say, waiting for decision, which is that the medium is going to decide if it wants to collaborate with me. Then, I am going to show you a collaboration that has already come to an end, which is this one, which is also false. They are all false. Come on, it is a more than false example. It is simply that here, when a collaboration is activated, a chat is activated, where you can talk directly with the media. In this case, they have asked us some questions. You can attach a Word, you can attach a PDF, you can attach whatever you want, or directly send them the answers. I can't chat here because it's already finished, okay? It is already finished. Because the media liked it, they gave me a 5-star rating, which is very interesting. Because when you apply for other collaborations, the media that are looking for experts will see the rating you have. Then, when someone is very satisfied and gives you 5 stars, the next time you apply to the media that receives the request that you want to participate, they will see that you have 5 stars as an expert, right? Very interesting. I have one here that has not yet decided whether the media will choose me. And now, as you ask me, we are going to choose it so that it will come out as active, and we will see how the chat is activated. And we have a finalized one. The finalized ones go to deal close by myself, okay? Which is that I got it on my own. I'm going to pass it, and you'll see that it disappears from the self-management phase, from the management phase, to go to the monitoring phase, which is where I'm going to monitor, here it is, where I can monitor that link. Logically, you think it's broken because I made up a random link, okay? I've put here, mail tag, and I've put the fabulous article, okay? I made it up in the collaboration. I have Christina Simone here. And if the person over there has no fingerprint at all because they have always written the name of the brand, okay? Let's see. Christina, precisely what this does is that your experts, those people that you say wrote the name of the brand, start to have presence as people. Do you know what EEAT is? You know that Google is giving importance, especially in certain topics, to those who are validating content. So, we have to start bringing to light those experts who are behind a brand. If they have always written with the name of the brand, and it says written by editor, or written by bike, and I don't know what, we have to start giving importance to those authors. So, this is precisely what it is for. Because thanks to the fact that you are an expert within the contributors, you are going to get presence in the media. These are not bot links. They are people who ask for collaborations, sometimes to ask you a question, sometimes for a phone call. Journalists usually make a lot of phone calls, or simply send you a form to answer 3 questions, and that's it. Well, the thing, as I say, is that we have this collaboration here. We are going to approve it. Here we have it done. Don't look at this too much because this is the part that I'm going to explain later. We are going to activate the collaboration. We are the journalist, okay? And I say thank you such. I don't know what. Put. They're selected. It tells you that the collaboration has been accepted. And directly, this for people who think that Link Affinity is a platform for selling links. This person, I am the user, and I start chatting directly with the media. The medium, which is Ciclismo a Fondo, a fool of examples, has accepted us. And here is a collaboration in which we talk to him, we answer his questions, we send him I can send him my phone number so he can call me or whatever. This is a wonderful way to close collaborations. When the medium is satisfied and sees that everything is fine, has their active collaborations, they have them here. They directly click on Finalize, rate the expert, enter the URL of publication, and directly finalizes the collaboration. And he has them here in completed collaborations. And here you will get it now that it is finished. A Link Affinity user has entered a sports expert, and he has received collaborations. So far so good. He has applied, he has been chosen, he has chatted, and the medium has finalized it, and everything is correct. Now, when I put here finalized, I will pass it to deal closed by myself, and that's it. Here we have these 4 sites. When it comes in, we're going to create a nutrition expert. Let's go here. Let's call Rosa, okay? Let's see a picture. We're going to take this one. We're going to put her LinkedIn URL, her Twitter URL in nutrition. Let's go, it's whatever position she has. And then her bio. The bio, if it's important, kind of. So what we do now with artificial intelligence. I don't know what artificial intelligence will get out of so little bio, okay? Ideally, you should get it right. I'll leave it at that. He says, if you agree with this girl to write content, but since we don't want to write content, imagine, I don't want to write content. I say it's me. I verify this and I hit create expert. This case of the expert we would already have here. And now let's see in self if we have been entered in this new profile. Do you remember that we only had these 4? Now we have 2 of nutrition. Do you see them? Well, now we can see the detail. And now they are nutrition. And here I can choose here, why nutrition and sport. And now, well, let's imagine that we are the agency, okay? We are Viva Conversion, or we are Jose Moreno, or we are any of the agencies that are here. All right. What I want to do is tell my client that a collaboration has just come in. Imagine that they have sent me some questions. This is amazing. If you check this and you click here to add to potential collaborations, this is added here. So here we add a note to our client and we say, we would need to answer those questions as is. So what I do is I have a link, which here you have it, public. You don't need to log in. You can email it to your client, where you are telling him this, logically, I have invented it, you would develop it and send him the questions, and your client tells you, I think it's super interesting. Excuse me, I wrote there, so and you can write as many notes as you want. And the client can say, hey, I find this collaboration interesting. He clicks on accept. She tells you that she thinks it's great, let's see it, with the conversation history, and that the client has approved it. As you can see, we are labeled as if the customer has accepted this collaboration. And as a potential collaboration. This is very interesting when it comes to reporting, because you are going to be able to generate reports. Pay attention to this. Reports. With the actions. For example, we go there to what we have inside manage, in self, inside the group. Of potential collaboration accepted. If I generate a report, this is very useful when customers refuse to collaborate with you. Because you're going to say, I got you a lot of collaborations. Look at how you can pull up a PDF with all the conversations about the collaboration that you have achieved, or what you have been denied or approved. This report that comes out of a lot of testing that I've done. Okay? But this is the site that we just did. Let's see. I'm going to jump back into self and we're going to apply, for example, with the girl. Or, well, you can add 2 more, add potential collaboration. We would have it. And this link that used to have 1 place, now it has 3 places for your customer to tell you. This one I'm not interested in. I'm not interested for whatever reason. We're going to add a note, for example, to this one, and I'll mention that we find it interesting. Send product for whatever reason, okay? Then your customer sees it, analyzes the site, and says, "Ah, so, you find this interesting, so come on, let's send you a product." Or no, we are not interested. Whatever the customer says, he passes it on to you. So, you always have the collaborations, and then you take them out as they are made, right? You take them out of this proposal. You can take them out so that they remain, and they will always be kept the same, right? It's just so you know what you are working on. Then it says OTG, hello, how do you know what kind of link you're going to get? By chatting with the media. I mean, maybe it's not a link. Maybe suddenly the brand puts a mention to your brand and not, let's not start talking about Lin building with DRs, with defollows, that you also have to get them. When you have a collaboration here in self, active. Let's see, we had an active one. They haven't finalized it yet. Okay, but in the chat, OTG, that is, here you talk to him. I'm not telling you if the link is do follow. It's that suddenly he says, no, we're going to do a weekly or monthly report, and we're going to mention your brand, we're going to put a link or whatever you want. Don't think about a buy links platform when you think about this. You'll talk to them about the type of link. It's true that now I'm going to show you the part of the launcher where you can require a link type. Well, this part of the experts I think is clear. Then, second functionality, there are only 3. Second functionality, the support ideas. This part, we are working on it, and little by little it is getting good. In short, we are fine-tuning the artificial intelligence and fine-tuning many things because, well, it is quite complex. It seems to be very simple, but it is quite complex. The support ideas part works like a social network. Imagine a social network where you can say, well, I'm a bike expert. You can filter like this bike. I see the themes. These topics come out of Google results, and weekly we update all these ideas with artificial intelligence. What do? We look at the 10 news that come out every week, or the 10, or the 20. I don't remember the number that we look at. And from there we get proposals for ideas in each topic. But we also get ideas for certain special dates, okay? For example, Black Friday, or Cancer Day, or whatever. So we also get ideas with artificial intelligence for certain very specific themes. Which now we'll talk about how it's super interesting for me to go to people who create content with very specific ideas around specific dates. Like, hey, Black Friday is coming. I'm an e-commerce expert, or I have a shoe expert, and I want to tell you how shoes sell on Black Friday. And it works. Well, Black Friday is more tech, but I've given a bad example. Okay, so here we have these ideas, and all of a sudden you say, hey, I have an expert, and I can see how to, for example, explores the health and environmental benefits of cycling, so I'm going to support it. And directly here come out all the ideas that you've supported, and which expert you've supported it with. Directly. This, as I have told you that I don't want to confuse you journalists, appears in the Post Hunter. It appears as a proposed idea that I have here, marketing. Let's go to sport, because I say journalists, but they can be any content creator. Here you see how the content idea that I just supported comes out. Well, if 15 people support it, I will get 15 profiles here. And the journalist, if he likes the idea, he clicks on Hunt, and you get a collaboration. Let's do it directly. Let's put here, sport.es, which I don't know how. Here I put the link. Here who asked about the link. Here I say the link because it is a proposal that I hunt. And here it says, send to all the experts who meet the conditions. Okay? But I only want to send it to the one who proposed it. You can send it to everybody, but here directly. Now we'll see that we get a new prospect with what I just made up. With this support, okay? And here it will also change the status. Okay. This is supporting ideas. They are generated with artificial intelligence, as I tell you. And you, within your field, you can support some, or you can support others, okay? And you can also support them with one expert or another, depending on the category. Here it only allows me to support it with this expert, because one is nutrition and the other is sports. But if the category was nutrition, I would support it with the other one. And if the two match in nutrition, it would let me choose which expert to support it with. Very good, Kini. I'm glad you find it useful for the agency itself. I use it. I mean, Cico de Andres is as a supporting expert, as you have seen here. I support content for journalists to hunt for me. Right? In other words, this is useful for people who work in marketing. Within marketing, you will see, let's look at marketing where it is here. This, what I have here that's in my little face, this is not evidence. It's me. How to improve the visibility of a brand. Well, if any of you have a blog and you're interested in me talking about that on your blog, just go in and hunt it down. How do you get to the Support Ideas tab, Celia? Under Collaboration Prospects. Here, look, search. Collaboration Prospects, or Collaborators Prospects. Sorry. And here you get the three options. The part where you create the experts. And very good, Celia. I love you very much. Okay, here's the part to support ideas. And the part, watch out for this one, which is really cool, which is the launcher part, which is the one I love the most. Why? Because if you put the OpenAI token, even if we go here in configuration, we have to put the OpenAI token, okay? Look here. We have the OpenAI token here. Look at this cool thing. What OpenAI does is that it looks at the bio of my experts, and it gives me AI-generated ideas for the bio of that expert. This is very cool. Why? Because, well, you just have the idea. Newbie tip. Then you can edit it as much as you want. And pay attention to this, which is really cool. Which is, of course, you can add to together. Okay? And now I'll show you one that I've done, which is a study. And I can tell him directly that he has to link to me. I can put a do follow link here. Here I was asked about the links. A do follow link. Imagine that. I demand it because here I am the one who proposes, right? The newspaper, that is, the journalist or the content generator, here accepts my proposal. And pay attention to this. This is what is shared for journalists, and this generates an email template to send to any prospect you have. I'm going to give you a case. I have launched this. Study on sports and how it relates to stress day. I look at the idea, which I launched with this artificial intelligence, and I directly put an attachment. I put an attachment that is a fake PDF as well, and directly. This, as I have shared it, is that it says here share, or as it is said in English, shared. What this does is that journalists see it here in collaboration proposals. Let's go to sport again. I'm giving you both profiles, right? That of the journalist and that of the expert. But look, study. Here you have the investigation, you can download it. As Alejandra said before, you may not want to attach it until he tells you that he is interested in it, and what he does, that he does the idea. But he can directly see the attachment, and he can see your idea. He can see you propose all this to him. We have done a study. This is like sending press releases, but more modern, but well done. Why? Because the good thing about it is that when you get it, you will see if you are interested in that media by semantic affinity. Everything we always do to know that you will be interested in that collaboration. So, I launched this, but I created it. If you see that here it says template. I created it as a template. So in email templates, it comes out with a little label that says launcher. Here I have all my templates. Launcher, which is that I have already created it from that launcher. So now I take any of the ones that I am managing. Let's go to management. I go here. I come to Cyclosphere. Come on, let's go to Cyclosphere. And if anyone still thinks this looks like a link-selling platform, come and tell me. I send an email. I send what I have generated with the launcher, which is this study. And I send the study with the PDF attached directly, and I can of course customize. I recommend that you personalize the email to whoever you send it to. Here you will get, is that yes? Well, you get the email in the middle. It is an email that we extract for you, to make it easier. We are not intermediaries. What we are doing here is that you can contact this media and send them this study, a press release, whatever you want. But, in addition, you leave it here so that if anyone is interested in any kind of news about sports, they will see that you have a study. So you're doing proactive and reactive, okay? You leave there like the bait that is not a hoax. If you leave the bait for any journalist or blogger or whatever that might be interested in this study, that makes the idea, and you collaborate or you handwrite to any of your prospects and, well, this you could do, which I don't recommend, but you could do it. You could do this. Imagine, I have this here. I have this, I mark all of them, and I say, I want to send him an email, and I want to send him the study. So I send you the study right now, or in 5 days. And I send you a study. This is useful for, I have used it a lot, to send press releases. Right? It's great for sending press releases because how do you create a press release? You would have 2 ways. 1, generate the template from scratch. Here you generate a template with a press release, and you put together the press release for whatever you want to put in here. And you directly save the template, okay? You save it and already, look, here I have in fact a template that is a fake press release as well. But I have it here. This is one way to generate a press release. Another way to generate a press release is the one I really like here, which is inside management, inside collaboration. Here in the launcher, directly. It is the same as the template, right? But here, you generate directly, whatever you want. The expert, well, I have to choose the category. Sport, I hope I put sports. Okay, Alejandro, I put it here. If it is of any use to you, we make a text that I am going to show you, not so that you can copy it, but so that you can see that we try to personalize everything. Here you can generate the press release. You hang it directly. That's why I have given you this option apart from the templates. When you generate an email template, you do not share it with the media, with all the media, which is what I am showing you. But you are generating it with your own email template, which can be worked like this. But if you put here, share, quiz, media, network, you are going to share it directly. This is like a community. All Link Affinity users are experts and all Link Affinity users are looking for experts. And that's where it comes together. That's where they come together, okay? But here you can generate the template as well. You can put in what you require and directly generate the template. But you also share it. In other words, you could be sharing your press releases so that journalists, when they come in here, can find them by topic. Because it's the day of whatever it is, right? World Alcohol-Free Day, or Philosophy Day. So when someone searches for this, if you have a press release related to this, Black Friday, come on, here we go. If someone searches on Black Friday for information, and you have an e-commerce study on Black Friday, you might get a free collaboration with that media outlet for your study. Of course they are going to mention you, Alejandra. Of course they are going to mention you, because journalists have no reason not to mention their sources. But this is where you can post that study. I hope you find it interesting. To connect, Christina says, is a GPT Plus account okay? Yes, and you put a reduced cost limit. You are going to put a cost limit of €5, and you will be fine. Right? So, I am going to show you, as I was saying, a template made by us. And I will finish, and I want to talk. I want you to tell me. I start talking and... This is a template. Let's see, look, this is a real template that we use to talk to a journalist. The ones we generate. Hello, I'm from the Public Relations Agency. So-and-so, I've seen your articles. We always, if you notice, look for a journalist's name. It's not spam. It's not variables that you have to look for. What you have to look for is who to write to, and actually write about what they do. This is all real from a random email, where what we do is tell you that one of our clients, a pharmaceutical expert, might be a good fit for one of your articles. Her name is so-and-so, dietitian, nutritionist, so-and-so. Well, here is everything, because I have mixed male and female, because I have changed in the middle, and I have left some things masculine and others feminine. But, well, I think that the data of recent events, this is very interesting, and I think it's a good tip for people who want to get collaborations with the media. We usually mention things that are happening. I mean, it's not the same to say to someone, hey, I'm very good and I know a lot about cars, than to say, hey, they are burning a lot of cars in Burgos. And I don't know. I know a lot about how to put out a fire in a car. I'm making up another one of my classic bullshit examples where you directly tell him, I know a lot about this. And this is happening in Burgos. Imagine that. Well, that attracts more attention to a journalist or a blogger than if you simply say, hey, I know a lot about cars, let's collaborate. So look for those trends directly, which you can also see in the support, ideas that it suggests, and create ideas for collaborations. This works very well as long as you bring value. If you are someone who has no knowledge in a topic, this is not going to work. But that's what this is for, that you use this part to find collaborators. You can make queries directly and say, hey, I need a collaborator in ecology because I don't know and I am a Nicaro and I don't have that. Well, I need to collaborate with someone. And if your site is interesting and your content is interesting, well, you'll get to collaborate with people. That's the other leg, okay? Okay? I think I have explained the three functionalities. I would like us to see if we have made it clear that experts is to create them and receive proactive collaborations. Support is like a social network where we support ideas generated by artificial intelligence. And the media will find, like a social network, how many experts are supporting each idea within a topic. And you are going to get the same requests, free of charge. And because of your knowledge, they will have to choose you. I also tell you something that I have not told you before. When the media collaborate, they don't have to choose only one expert. I mean, for example, for the next article, and I invite you to apply for this, I am going to do an article now on linkaffinity.io, which is the new website. Well, before it was also the domain, but we have made a new website with a blog, and we are going to do an article on reporting within in-building. And I have asked experts in online marketing to give me value to some questions, to give me data on some questions I have asked. So, come on, get involved as experts, apply, and I will activate you, and you will get a link to Link Affinity, totally free, as long as I find what you tell me interesting. So, what I wanted to tell you is that not always the medium, which in this case would be me, the one who is looking for people for that article, well, has to choose an expert. You can choose from 10, 20, you can choose as many as you want, reject as many as you want. Right? This is the support part. And the ideas part, the launcher part, which I love, is the one that suggests content based on your bio with artificial intelligence. And you can also generate your own, from scratch. I mean, you can say we have done an e-commerce study for Black Friday. You put it here, you put it together, and this is where you decide whether you share it with all the journalists or you just want to create an email template or both. You can create an email template to do it proactively and send it to them as I showed you before. So, any doubts, questions?